Hey guys, and welcome to a video covering the recent ED3 aka Shadow Reef changes. In this video I'll be talking about the experience rate and what has changed and my opinion on the topic. So when you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax and enjoy. So on the 18th of May, Jagex dropped a bunch of patch notes, including changes to the Shadow Reef. It states that common experience calculations in elite dungeons now award a ratio of experience relative to the damage dealt to the defeated NPC. Now, because I have an Elite Dungeon 3 GP and XP farming guide, I decided to retest the experience rates both solo and in groups. Of course, solo the experience is exactly the same and I still got over 1.6 million experience per hour using melee in Elite Dungeon 3 farming the first section. So no difference there. The money was still 4 to 6 million GP per hour depending on how many rare relics you got, and I was still gaining 150,000 dungeoneering experience per hour. So no changes there. So solo, this method is still excellent and one of the best ways to train your combat level 70 plus. Now, when I did this duo with a friend by the name Dorando, I was still getting 1.4 million ranged experience per hour, and in fact I was getting more dungeoneering experience per hour than solo. So the dungeoneering experience could still be the same in group. And I also know for a fact that the mini bosses still give you 5,000 dungeoneering tokens, and the money has not been nerfed in groups either. Meaning, it's still good money if you're doing full runs and you're actually doing the bosses. Now, that 1.4 million ranged experience per hour could be much lower. You see, if you solo with Chinchompas, you can get 2 million ranged experience per hour if you're doing it properly. That's a lot more than 1.4 million, so it has been nerfed in groups. I mean, I'm pretty certain people are getting like 3 million experience per hour doing this in groups of 3, absolutely mashing through the dungeon. But I think the main problem that Jagex saw was that newer players were completely skipping through the mid to high level combat gameplay, excluding Slay and all that stuff to get to those high levels extremely quickly by just leeching, or people using multiple alt accounts to farm money, because most of the money you make in Elite Dungeon 3 are from alcohols, meaning it's consistent money that will never drop or crash. And it was so easy. The amount of experience you were getting, and you were getting charms, and you were getting money was just ridiculous. So now, and I haven't tested this because I don't have any low level accounts, if you're leeching Elite Dungeon 3 with a level 50 magic account, you should barely get any good experience. I don't know that for a fact. It probably still is very good. I mean, it's still good for me if I'm doing a duo or trio. The experience is just still lower than before, but it's still good. Anything above 500k experience per hour in combat, it's still very good combat experience per hour in my eyes. But at least it's not broken experience anymore for lower level accounts, so they can't just skip through all the content extremely quickly. And I think that might be a good thing, and I'm really happy they didn't end up nerfing the money or nerfing it completely in the ground, making it dead content experience-wise. It's probably still pretty good, but not as good as before, so I'd say I'm pretty happy with these changes. I hope for now this will suffice and they won't nerf it anymore, but what they could have just done is added a quest or dungeoneering level requirement, because at the end of the day, these are elite dungeons. Dungeon is in the word. Why doesn't it have a dungeoneering level requirement? I think there's a lot of people that actually suggested this to counter alt farming and people skipping through levels extremely quickly. I mean, level 90 dungeoneering is quite a high level requirement, and it is high level content. Could have been an option as well, you know, I'm just saying. And why did they nerf it so late though? They could have just nerfed it like 2 weeks after release. I mean, this has been in the game for almost 15 months. Let that sink in for a second. This has been in the game for 15 months for people to abuse. What is it with Jagex nerfing experience rates or things very late? The same happened with player and farm. It's weird. Like, if you know it's an issue or you've tested it, you should know this within or even before it's released. So anyways, that doesn't matter. I hope you guys found this little video interesting. If you did, please leave a like down below and maybe even consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.